And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our debate here. Hopefully we'll get into a debate here. In statements so far with Cobb, Kieckhefer, Todd, Taxpayer Bailey, and Frank Wright, all Republicans, trying to replace Senator Townsend. Let's start out with, where do you guys disagree with each other? Well, I mean, you're all being...
Let me jump in right here, Sam. Sorry about that. You'll get a chance.
Not if you keep talking.
Cobb Jr. voted to eliminate every Nevadan's right to elect judges. And if you go look at the Republican platform in Washoe County and Carson City, that is not something Republicans approve of.
Actually, what I did, Sam,
did it twice.
Actually, what I did, Sam,
was finish
sentence. I'll let you jump in.
Actually, what I
did that as a favor to Senator Raggio, and frankly, he's running away from that issue now. But he's trying to take away the right to elect judges from every Nevadan, and every Nevadan should vote no on SJR 2.
Oh, it's a vote. He's admitting it. It's a vote. What we're doing is we're offering Nevadans.
What you voted for that counts.
Sir, I'm answering your assertion. What we did is we said, hey, Nevadans, here's your vote. You tell us, do you want to elect judges or do you want to appoint judges? So the Nevadans are going to have a chance this fall to vote on an issue. I don't understand how giving Nevadans the ability to vote on an issue is taking it away from them.
Okay, let's go around the table.
I think this is a minor issue. What we're talking about are, the biggest issues that are going to be before the legislature next year are taxes. We're all against higher taxes. Spending. We all know that we need to reduce our spending.
No, you're not against higher taxes.
You know what, sir?
You've said that you're for higher taxes.
Let's look at this.
You frankly said that.
Hang on, Ty.
I have not said that.
Hang on, Ty.
Ty's brought up his record twice. Let's look at Ty's record. He's been unable to stop tax increases, and in 2 sessions he's had 1 bill approved by the legislature and signed into law. That is a record not of success but of failure. He has been voted twice by his peers as the worst lawmaker in Carson City. Not the most conservative, the worst. And I think the people of Washoe Senate District 4 need better representation than that when we're going into a session that's going to be deciding redistricting and deciding the future of our state. He's no good for us, and we need to do better.
Well, the lobbyists certainly have voted in that sense that I will not go along with what the lobbyists want in terms of raising taxes, spending more money for government services, for instance, the welfare department who he works for. What I'm suggesting is that when Mr. Kieckhefer says we need revenue enhancements, which of course means tax increases, we cannot afford tax increases. At this point, you're from the public sector, you're from the government, and you're here to help.
I've worked for the government for a year and a half.
Exactly, you're from the government. So what we can't afford is from people from the government telling us that they're here to help us create jobs.
Okay,
I'm from the private sector. That's how you create jobs.
I went from the private sector to the public sector to work for Governor Gibbons to focus on a policy of lower taxes.
We have limited time here.
About
we have limited time here.
There's a revolution taking place right now in the state of Nevada where the electorate is going to look at every candidate and they're going to look at the qualifications, they're going to look at the intents, and they're going to look at the way they handle themselves. We need candidates who are going to change Nevada. We need new blood. We need people who are going to see problems and fix them, not people who are going to cause more problems. And we need maturity. We need understanding. We need somebody to look at the business factor and say, hey, how are we going to change Nevada? We got to go away from a gaming-based industry. We got to bring industry here, and we got to fix the problems that are going on right now. And the only way we do that is candidates who are determined to get in and fix it. And that's why I'm running. I think that's why a couple of my other opponents are running. We need to get rid of the old and put in the new. I'm sorry, but that's the only way it's going to work.
Economic diversification has worked quite well in northern Nevada. It's far more difficult to do that in southern Nevada. And it's interesting that even as bad as things are in California, people are not flocking to Nevada at this point. How do you change that?
Send out representatives, delegations. We put a delegation together. I already suggested that. Put a delegation together to go out and to recruit California companies, Arizona companies that are paying excessive taxes, excessive government restraints that are driving them out of business, and bring them here and welcome with open arms. Change the way we do business.
I agree. We need to strongly, focus on our economic development activities, both from the private sector as well as through the Lieutenant Governor's office, which has a strong international delegation. We have one of the strongest, manufacturing sectors and capabilities and potential in northern Nevada. When you look at the I-80 corridor, where you have strong geothermal resources that we can develop into energy, you have natural transportation corridors with I-80 and the railroad line right there, and you've got a willing and able workforce who wants to come in and, put themselves into an effective job. This is a resource that we need to go out and market and bring in companies because they do want what we have to provide.
Jobs are the #1 issue, and I think what's happening out there in places like California is they're concerned. There's an uncertainty about Nevada because so many politicians are talking about bigger government and bigger taxes, which is why I want to eliminate the payroll tax. I want to tell California and the whole world that we do not tax the creation of jobs. That will get those people's attention, and that will get them moving to Nevada again. And if we don't do something like that, it's not going to happen. They're going to stay in California, and it's already happening, Sam.
Are you saying to do this permanently?
Eliminate the payroll tax, and for those who aren't sure what I'm talking about, that's the modified business tax that
I'm just saying,
it's a hidden income tax.
But not a temporary tax.
Absolutely not. It should be gone forever. Let's put 100 years on it. Can't do that for 100 years, so that people in California and the rest of the world who have businesses will know that Nevada is serious.
And I voted against that. I voted against the increase in the modified business tax, the payroll tax. I've done these things. I want to know right now. In 2009, they voted for the largest tax increase in Nevada state history. It's going to come up again for a revote in 2011. Will you vote for it?
No, I will not.
I support sunsetting every single tax that was passed in 2009, along with the elimination of the payroll tax.
And you get the last word.
I want to see taxes cut. I want to see government become much more efficient, and I want to see accountability in our legislators.
All right, that's where we're going to leave it. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sam.
We'll have the survivors coming back at the front.
Survivor.
We'll be right
Mr.
back.
Yoakum?
Don't.
To get a DVD copy of any Nevada Newsmakers program, call 775-857-2244. The cost is $30, including shipping, handling, and tax.